Hey everyone. So I'm going to start with my story time on when I first met. We're going to call him John. So when I first met John, let me be blatantly honest, he was not my type. And when I say not my type, I'm saying I was not physically attracted to him. And one of my girlfriends said to me, she said, what do you mean? What do you mean not your type? Physical appearance, physical attraction is not everything. Get out of that. Get out of saying, I don't want them short. I don't want them small. I don't want them. Get to know a person for themselves and for who they are. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me do that. Let me give it a try. So John started off strong. I would tell all my girlfriends, I'm just not physically attracted to him. But John would wine me and dine me, spend big bucks, $200-$300 every time, okay? John would come with a gift in hand. And when I say a gift, I'm talking about I never told this man what size I wear, and this man would come with not one outfit, a couple outfits that he done picked out and they would fit me perfectly. I hadn't had nothing like that in a long time. So I said, oh, wait a minute, I do kind of like him. This feels nice. So, but I still wanted to fall back a little bit. He was never pushy with the sexual thing. It was all wine and dine and gifts. Little do I know, I was being love bombed, baby. And his love bomb was major. This man never came to my house empty-handed. If we went to dinner, I was allowed to order whatever, whenever. We went to classy restaurants. He planned the dates. Just like that knight in shining armor, like, opened doors for me. It was just different. So I'm like, oh, I'm really starting to like him. And every time we was together, we did something. So for me, it was like, John is going all out his way to make me smile. This feels great. I haven't had this in a very long time. And I always said to myself, I'm going to date up. I'm never going to date back. So this was dating up from the previous relationship I had got out of. But I always gave myself time to heal in between the relationship as I got older. That's very important. Before I didn't. I was young. But as I got older, I said, you know what, let me give me some time to myself. So I had some time to myself. And when I had this time to myself, that is when I met John. One day, John was the type that I could be talking to my daughter on the phone. And John overheard me say, I want me a new iPhone. John will make sure he took me to get that iPhone. He'll act like, oh, we just gonna go to dinner. But when we leave dinner, we going in the Apple store. And John buy me an iPhone. Okay? Just everything, it was always surprises. And I was always smiling. Movie dates. Anything I said I wanted to do, we went and did it. So it was like, more and more, I'm starting to like him. But I was saving myself. I said, I'm going to save myself this time. Because one, he's not pressuring me for sex. Two, I had already been celibate for about a year. So it was nothing for me not to, have sex. And then being I wasn't physically attracted to him, that made it a little bit better. Took my time. Months and months and months went by. John still never really tried something. I said, we like women. But I'm like, nothing about him gave me, that he liked men. So that was all. I'm like, no, I don't think he liked men. I just think that he's really taking his time with me, because previously it was always when I dealt with certain men, I don't know if that's what I attract or not, but I would deal with certain men and here you go, they touching me. Come on. No, that's not what I want, But not with John. John would be laying in the bed with me right next to me, and John wouldn't try a thing. If anything, it was just intimacy where we're just laying there holding each other. nice, you know. So time went on, and I would meet John friends, and I'm like, he's taking me around his friends. This is nice. And then time went on, and I was able to meet, you know, some people in his family. But we talking maybe 4 or 5 months in, and that day had came. That day came that, you know, me and him had sex. And not only was the love bombing the bomb, the sex was unbelievable. Okay? Keep in mind what I said about the sex. So after that happened, it was no longer, I'm not attracted to him. I love everything about John now. Everything. Oh, John is this and John is that. You know how when you get somebody new now, you're talking to your girlfriend. John is this. Oh, I like John. John bought me this. John did that. Oh, wait. More to come. John cook for me, okay? Cook for me. I'm like, okay, I like this. Not just no little meal, a big meal. John would go to the market and get the ingredients. He would cook. What you want? What you want me to cook? He would cook. Okay? Not to mention, John would do my laundry. Yeah, do my laundry. Another time, I was in the shower one day at my house, and John said, "You want me to wash your hair?" And I was like, "Wait a minute. They gonna wash my hair? Woo! I'm about to fall in love with this man." But I held off, you know. So one night, me and John goes out to dinner, and we having a good time. And John gets a phone call that made him really upset. So when he comes back to the table, he's bringing the energy from the phone call, which I didn't appreciate it because we're having a good time. Whatever you're going through with whoever you're going through, when you come back here, you should be able to let that go. Well, that wasn't the case. Whoever pissed John off, John pretty much took it out on me. Something happened along the lines where John cracked a joke, and I cracked the joke back. But when he cracked the joke with me, it went along the lines of me saying, "You're bad," and he got mad. And I'm like, it was okay for you to joke with me, but it's not okay for me to joke back with you. So that was an instant red flag. So on the ride home, or let's just say it was a pink flag, no matter what color it was, burgundy, it was close to red. I ignored it, and I shouldn't have. So on the whole ride home, because it was too soon for me to see that type of anger, so I was a little turned off. So on the ride home, it was quiet. I didn't say a word. We just rode home in silence. At this point, I didn't care if he went home or not. I didn't want to be bothered. Okay? So he then seen that I was upset because I guess he got the hint. She's quiet. She must be mad. He apologized, dropped me off, and he went home. Come back for part 2.